Music Familia Productions, world premiere.
You'll never get the best of me, I'm anti-everything. You'll never get the best of me, I'm anti-everything.
Antman and his intern Siobhan also bring you so much more than that. Live, local, from Antman HQ Studios every Tuesday and Thursday, starting now.
What's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much. What's up?
How's it going?
Oh, doing all right. It was a long day at work.
It's another week.
I know.
I can't believe it's fucking Tuesday already.
I can't believe it's almost August.
Don't remind me, dude. We have a lot of shit to do in the month of August.
I know. Like your birthday.
My birthday. Oh, man. So I keep getting hit up for that, and a lot of people are asking me, so what is the dealio with that? And we're going to be talking about that this evening. And we got 2 ticket giveaways we're going to be talking about this evening. And I want to get this out of the way first and foremost. We have a question of the night. We're going to start doing question of the night at the beginning of the night because a lot of people are wanting to get in on it. So we're going to do that. So how have standards of beauty changed over the years? So that's the question of the night. So those of you just tuning in.
So are we going to come back later?
Oh, yeah.
And give our opinions on that?
And
I got an opinion on that.
We'll give opportunity. We'll talk about it, lightly throughout the show. That way everybody can get involved in it and stuff like that.
Of course.
So, but what do you got for us this evening?
I got a few stories. I have a man being sentenced to 40 years for killing a trans.
Wow.
Stopped him 119 times.
119 times?
Yeah.
That's vicious.
Yeah, that's that's some serious intent. And have the Roomba selling floor plans to your home.
See, I knew it.
They're watching you.
I knew it. That's cool. I got a story about Justin Bieber. He's talking about how that people shouldn't blame Jesus for his tour debacle because he canceled the last half of his tour.
No, blame him.
And we're going to be also talking about a mother who comes home to find her child covered in blood and saying she was sexually abused. We're going to be talking about that. And, because I love that state up north. I can't stand that state up north, but every now and then we get some stupid people, and this West Michigan teen gets up to 100 years for a road rage killing. So we're going to be talking about that as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. And, what's even more crazier than that?
And yes, V, that's accurate. 119 times.
Oh, yeah.
Stabbed 119 times.
That's called an official struggle snuggle right there. That's an official struggle.
I don't really know that that's really what struggle snuggle means.
Well, in the interest,
less stabbing, more other things.
Right. And in this world and times, I think it's really important to think about just the craziness of everything. So I got this brand new song right here from Vicious Whiskey, and it's called Write a Letter. So I figure, it would be perfect timing for this whole thing. So, and we got special information coming up in a little bit about Terry Douglas and Terry Douglas's new project. He sent me some new audio today. I'm not allowed to debut that out in the audience or in the eyes of the Music Familia yet. But I will let you check it out, Siobhan, and give me an opportunity to check it out in between some breaks here. But we're going to get into this right here. Write a Letter. I'm going to give a shout out to Columbus Botanical Depot, our sponsors, Ryan Woods of Raw Designs, and Photo Nation AP, Dave Sheets, and ZTP Magazine as well. So make sure you guys check out all those awesome sponsors. And we're going to talk about the fact that we just got heard in the United Kingdom. So we have fans in the United Kingdom now. So, we might only have 159 subscribers, but we have worldwide officially. So that's pretty awesome. So, and we hit 9,000 minutes watched on YouTube. So that's pretty awesome. So all right, we're looking at this right here. Write a letter. We'll be right back after this. Check out our website, antmanvs.com. And I want to give a shout out to Organic Bandits as well. So they're trying to get a Head PE show. Head PE is going to be here in, I believe, September. I just saw it before the show.
I haven't been online much today. I was a busy day at work.
I just saw it right before the show, and I was like, oh, shit. And I tagged Josh real quick, and I was like, I had to run over, because this freaking Facebook, if you're not, like, a savage follower of the pages, and sometimes they don't always pop up right away.
Right.
So and then when they do pop up, they don't pop up with a band page or some type of an imagery about it. It's just fucking like bam, and then you're like, so you're switching between devices because you're like, all right, on a desktop the images show up right away, the tags show up right away. If you're doing mobile, it's totally fucking different.
Yeah, it's completely different, and even from mobile to iPad.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, make sure you're tagging the right mofos, you know? Like, you'd be tagging the wrong people, and they'd be like, I don't understand why I got this. Oh, well, I got some likes out of it. Like,
Right.
Yeah. So, we're going to get into this right here. Go over to antmanvs.com, check out our brand new website, and we'll be back right after this.
All the way
too much. What's up?
So, you were talking about the break. We were popping
Oh, I
around.
figured we'd do the ticket giveaway first, but yeah, I'll bitch my concerns first. Yes, I said bitch my concerns.
I figured ladies first. Like, we'll let you.
So I've noticed in the past few weeks that all of our listeners come into the chat room in the YouTube, and I typically am one of the first ones in there, and I try to say, hey, everyone, and I don't get a hey back. I get a hey aunt, what's up, aunt? Y'all motherfuckers got no problem looking me over at a show, but you can't say hi to me in a chat room. I see how it is. And that's my rant for tonight.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I know I got a big ass, but at least say hi to me if you're going to look at it.
They don't care.
No. So shout out to all the music familia out there, man. We just gotta show the girls some love, I guess, really, at the end of the day, huh?
Yeah, I want to be loved too. Thanks, Jordan. See, it's that easy.
It's that simple. So we are hanging out live, Antman Verses, and one of the new things that we have going on is a ticket giveaway. And I think that it's pretty awesome, me being entrusted, or us being entrusted into having something to do with giving tickets away. I think it's kind of a big deal. A little bit of a big deal. I mean,
especially when you're given the ability to decide how they are given away.
Right. So what's your favorite Saving Abel song, Siobhan? You wiggled out of it last week.
I did, and my brain is so fried, but I do have an answer. I actually don't really have a favorite song. I have a favorite album, and my favorite album will still, to this day, be the first album, because that album came out when I was going through a really rough time in my life, and that album helped me get through that time in my life.
Right.
And I'm going to not say anything more than that, because I still get a little emotional about that time in my life.
Gotcha.
So...
Right on, fair enough.
But yeah, I can't really pick one song because I listened to that entire album on repeat. And normally there's like that song that you skip in an album. I didn't have that.
Yep.
Every song, every time.
There's
sometimes
albums...
duplicate a song depending
Oh yeah,
on the moment,
there's albums that
rewind,
you just
whatever.
hit shuffle on because you just like
right.
you remember when the first Matchbox 20 album come out. Okay, so I just hit, at one point, I just hit fucking shuffle on that bitch. And so that was pretty awesome.
Hi, Mike. I got a high with that one.
Right on. So I'm going to give a shout out to all the music familia hanging out in the chat room with us, man. But back to these two giveaways. Siobhan, why don't you tell them about the first one?
So the first one we have is for the Turn It to 10 Fest on August 4th. We have these 2 tickets right here. Oh, wait. Wrong camera. You switched it on me. You got to tell me when you do that. I can't see your screens anymore. So we have those 2 tickets there, and all you got to do to win them is subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then we want to know one of 2 questions the answer. First is tell us your best Saving Abel memory and what show you were at when it happened, if you have been to a show. And if you haven't, we want to know what song made you a Saving Abel fan and why.
No punk-ass answers either.
No,
right?
We will be reading them.
We only have 2 people so far that
it's
have
crazy. Yeah, it's like almost for that, we like get another set and go, here you go. You're the only ones that participated.
I mean, right.
If we could.
If we could. Yeah, we have to. I think what we're going to do, I'm going to get a hold of Nightwolf.
How much are they? Like, I'd almost split the cost of 2 tickets with you, and if that's all we get.
Well,
see what we can make happen.
I think they're 25 a piece. I don't know. Is it
on there? 20 on here.
20 on there. So 20. So yeah. So I mean, I don't see what the problem is, especially with Saving Abel and Autograph. Both are watching the whole conversation take place on social media. You would think that
people would like actually want to try to get these tickets. I mean.
Yep.
I know I'm old, but I'm not that old. Saving Abel's not that old. Come on, give me some credit here.
No, and so we're doing a second ticket giveaway, and that second ticket giveaway is for this epic show that is 2 days after my birthday show, August 26th. Grindhouse, the Admiralty, Black Coffee, Pay the Toll, Throwing Rocks at Girls, and the Lost Boys all are going to be under one roof at the Alrosa Villa. And this is going to be one epic event, man. And how you win these tickets, you go over to the Admiralty, like their band page, and then go over like my fan page, antmanvs.com, or actually, which will take you to all my social media, but go to facebook.com, like my Facebook page, and subscribe, and we'll pick the winner. They're actually going to give me like a magic number, and we're going to pick from there. That way it's fair and legit. We're going to put all the numbers in a hat. We'll get together and do something like, Facebook Live, and we'll pick a number out of a hat, and boom, or we'll do some. And if nobody wins these tickets, then what we'll do is we'll probably just pick numbers via Facebook Live or something interesting. So we're not gonna make anybody do something crazy ridiculous for these tickets, but I think you saw Black Coffee and the Admiralty.
You got to do something for them. It's definitely worth it to have to do something at least, because that's going to be one hell of a show.
And I can't say it enough, man. I really think that the show itself, having Grindhouse, the Admiralty, Black Coffee, Pay the Toll, Throwing Rocks at Girls, and the Lost Boys all under one roof is easily a $20 show.
Oh yeah,
easily,
definitely.
And I mean, if you don't leave the show with your neck sore, then you need to get the F out of music. You need to just stay home.
Well, not everybody enjoys headbanging.
No, but every one of these bands brings something for everybody. So right. I mean, if you don't get something out of it, then I'm kind of like, I don't know what to say to you,
Agreed.
And, the best part about it, Grindhouse is going to be here. Actually, two of the members of Grindhouse. So Seven and Felix are coming in on my birthday show to promote the show.
That's awesome.
So they're going to be hanging out live. And we're doing a live panel. So you are involved in the panel. So it's going to be you, Photo Nation, AP, Dave Sheets, and the new DJ who's starting for our Sunday morning show. That's going to be a talk show. So we're going to do less music, more talk.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be an opportunity for a lot of people to get in and actually have a place to leave it all on the table, in all fairness. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah. So the birthday show, Siobhan. So
yes.
So actually, leading up to the birthday show, we have Mary Kaufman coming in.
That's right, we do.
And then we have Rocky X coming in.
Excited about that.
And that's gonna be
Still want
awesome.
presents with that visit.
Oh yeah, right.
I want my damn pair of
jumper cables.
Jumper cables, yeah.
Dude, those things are
I am
sweet.
so fried today. I'm so sorry. I am just out of it today. I haven't been sleeping well. There's been a lot going on with work and just stressing. And then on top of it, now they're really pushing to have my daughter come home, and I'm like, me and my husband really aren't ready. So, yeah.
Well, you guys got fucked on the mold whole situation,
Yeah,
the construction issue.
Trying to get that worked out, and
What turned out to be personal references turned out to be flaky references, from what I understand.
yeah, it's yeah. When you want somebody to do the job, you might as well find them yourself.
The good old Angie's List.
Yep.
Oh, man. So, Siobhan, what is it, I want to ask you, we have the poll question of the night. How have standards of beauty changed over the years? I want to give you an opportunity to chime in, right now.
So they have changed so drastically. So I am not one of those women that's afraid to admit my age. Like, I'm 29 years old, so I've seen very drastic changes in what the perception of beauty is. And when I was a kid, it was natural beauty was the thing. I mean, yeah, some makeup and your hair done and things like that. But, I mean, really, it was more about the natural beauty of people. And now it is so fake. Beauty,
right.
like... Yeah, I don't understand it. You're only beautiful if you're almost 100% fake. How is that okay?
What do you think about, being a new mother? I mean,
It just drives me insane because I want to instill good standards of what beauty is and what self-worth is and what it's based on in my daughter. And that's so hard to do when you have everything in the media telling her the exact opposite. You have people who are very clearly role models, whether they want to admit to it or not, like Kim Kardashian, for example, wearing basically mini bras out in public like it's a top. Like, put some damn clothes on. You're barely covering your nipples. Come on, have some decency. It's not attractive.
The funny thing about for me is, looking at it from a male perspective and being a father, like of a female, and I see 8-year-olds running around with iPhones and miniskirts, and
Drives me insane.
And I saw a little girl at the grocery store the other day. I had to run over to the grocery store for some things, and I saw a girl the other day who couldn't have been maybe 9 years old, who grabbed an apple from the thing and started eating it, like walking through the store. Now I'll admit I'm a victim of grabbing a grape out of a bag of grapes I'm gonna buy, or grabbing a cherry. I think we've all fucking done that shit.
Well, yeah, you want to make sure that they're, if you're really intending to buy them. I do it too, but I also bake, so I am testing like the sweetness and things like that, because from bag to bag it can vary some.
Right.
So that's understandable.
And I tried really hard to not say anything about it, but when she like spit the apple back out, like, 'cause she didn't like it, was a sour apple, and so when she bit into it, she spit it back out, and when she spit it back out, it went all over the other apples in the
That's gross.
on the display. So I was gonna grab apples. I really was, and then I was like, oh hell no, like,
right,
and she just went over. She put the apple back in the pile on the display counter after she spit the chunk of apple out and walked away from it.
That's disgusting. And
I at that moment I was just like, wow, and this is what we're living in today. And, I wanted to ask tonight's question, how have standards of beauty changed over the years? Because I watched a lot of posts, referring to the Lincoln Park whole thing last week and all that. And I watched a bunch of people, what I consider not just friends, but, maybe mentors or people that I look up to, post some really... I won't say ignorant shit. I won't say negative. I won't talk bad, but I will say that it took me back. It took me back a little bit to see some of the postings, some of the conversations take place, see who's who, see what's what. And so I wanted to ask everybody's general question about that tonight. So what's going on in the chat room tonight?
Not too much. Happy birthday being wished to Josh. Oh, that's right. It is his birthday. I think I saw that on Facebook.
Happy birthday, Josh.
Yes. Not much else other than that. That's pretty much it. It's kind of quiet tonight.
Did you see McCain made it?
I saw that.
Pretty awesome, right?
That's an impressive battle to win.
And to show up and fight a bill.
Right.
Like, damn you pussies.
Right.
Like, damn it.
I don't go political.
I don't either,
but I can
cool
respect the fact that he went in there with the big ass scar above his eye and owned that shit like no one else's business. I can respect that.
He even struck the podium
from what I know of him, he was in true fashion and good for him. Good for you.
So what do you got to talk about?
Oh, a little this, a little that. But this is why I don't own a Roomba. because of things like this. I saw them coming. I've seen Terminator.
Right, dude. If Derek from the Admiralty was here, he would be like,
No.
"Oh my God, Skynet!"
I know. So Roomba makers want to sell your home's floor plan. So if you have a Roomba, this is for you. Robot burglars better not get any ideas. The makers of Roomba robotic vacuum, the iRobot, are wanting to sell the map floor plans of customers' home to places like Google, Amazon, and Apple, the company announced on Tuesday. The privacy invading plan will help the other smart devices that people have in their homes operate more efficiently by using the movement data collected by the cleaning gadget.
It's a conspiracy.
Well,
I assure you, my dear Watson.
yeah, So the CEO, he basically said there's an entire ecosystem of things and services that the smart home can deliver once you have a rich map of the home that the user has allowed to be shared. His exact statement. So basically it'll give the layout of things like the lamp, home security system,
Your child's crib.
Yeah. So, but basically customers aren't very thrilled about this idea. Go figure. I wonder why.
No.
So one customer on Twitter said, your friendly little Roomba could soon become a creepy little spy. And then another said, wow, who knew that the Roomba was mapping your house? It actually has been doing it since 2015.
Since it came out?
No, it came out in 2002, and they've been using the camera and sensors since 2015 to map the homes.
I bet you they passed it through an update.
Probably.
It's like, just a click agree. Here we go.
Well, and they go further and they say that they won't sell the layout of your house without asking first. They say, we will always ask your permission to even store map data. Right now, iRobot is building maps to enable the Roomba to efficiently and effectively clean your home. That's what the company told CNET in a statement.
CNET.
Yeah.
CNET. It's starting.
So in the future, with your permission, this information will enable the smart home and the devices within it to work better. For example, in order for the lights to turn on when you walk into a room, the home must know what lights are in which room. This is another statement from them. So they actually are compatible with the Alexa voice assistant. That happened in March, and they are looking to reach a deal to sell the maps in the next couple of years.
It's kind of like cars. Like, really, you think about it, like my first car had the hand crank windows, all that stuff.
Everything upgrades.
And now my car's got power windows, power this, power that.
And you can use your phone, and
you can, and
everything. We're headed toward
Skynet.
We're headed toward
Skynet.
Fingerprint identification or microchipping. The one on,
So on ABC, on Good Morning America this morning, they were doing a talk segment about this company of it's 100 employees. And they all voluntarily.
It's a tech company.
Yep. And they all voluntarily signed up for this whole opportunity to have this chip. And basically, the chip just goes. It's in between your thumb and your index finger, somewhere comfortable in there, and it allows you to do fingerprinting, and you can do all your parts, all your food vending machines, all that.
Yeah, it's basically your identity on a chip, and everything you do in that office allows you to do it.
You know what their biggest concern is for that whole freaking thing?
Infection?
Yeah, that's
of course.
Because
if they work,
the only thing they're worried about.
Because if they work at a tech company that's doing that kind of thing, they're not really concerned about that kind of thing.
You know what it reminds me of? Lawnmower Man. You remember that movie? Way back.
No.
Wow. Okay, I just totally showed my age.
No,
Holy shit.
Don't remember that one. Well, you are a few years older than me.
Hey, shh.
Isn't it public on Facebook anyway?
That Facebook doesn't matter. It's only Facebook Lives that matter.
Oh, okay.
Nothing else matters. If
everything else is a lie.
If Facebook says it, it must be true. Must be. Oh,
fuck that.
I'm going to give a shout out to Photo Nation AP. I'm going to give a shout out to Columbus Botanical Depot and Raw Designs, my man Ryan Woods over there. And so I just don't even know what to say. Like, what is so you think that in like what 10, 20 years? What do you think, Siobhan?
What, to have
Before
everything
we're,
like
like, yeah,
completely fingerprint
right.
eye, like future movie stuff?
Like the movie Hitman, you know?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing, is there is so much technology that they don't allow us to actually know that they have developed already.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things that are in like the redacted files and whatnot that like
they're just now classified files.
Right. Like, it's just ridiculous. There are so many things that they have the capability of doing that they don't want you to know about because it doesn't earn them money, because it doesn't benefit them in this way or that way. Like, pick a reason. But, yeah, the government lies to... Okay, see, you're getting me political. It all leads back to politics. Right. So I hate it.
So, you know what's funny about it is we're going to be doing a Sunday morning show, and we're going to be doing a talk show. And I think we're going to do it in the morning, so it's going to be like maybe 8 to 10.
Nice.
And it'll be live, so we'll be able to have like breakfast and stuff like
wait,
that
means
live on the show.
I can come in my pajamas, right?
I think everybody's probably going to come in their pajamas.
Thank God.
The new DJ,
oh, you can totally see it. Okay. Well, I had a rough day, like I said, so I totally came in my pajamas after
it's
work.
all good.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
Totally not professional today.
Sorry, hashtag not sorry.
Pretty much. My back really hurts.
Speaking of your back hurting, so last week you were quite surprised that I pulled out something crazy from the whole, like, depths of the music category. And so I was going to play something special, different tonight, but I didn't know if I could get away with it 2 weeks in a row. What do you think?
I think you can. It's your show. Why not?
Yeah, well, but you bring an interesting point, though. When I play music, I lose viewers.
Yeah, but I think that's just because that's when they go to, like,
I think it's a good, but I think it's
whatever.
Perfect though, because I put in a nice time for them to go pee,
right.
And if you're drinking during the show, it takes you extra long to pee. So if I throw an extra song in there, you have an extra time.
That's true.
And shout out to Josh Vandemark.
The smokers get a second to go out and smoke, and so the music is needed. Plus, we gotta have a chance to go pee.
Right, little boy's got a tinkle. So I got this song in here, and this new song is from Spalding, Carter, and Arnold, and this is pretty... It's different, man. Like, it's a different kind of music, and it's off of the Metal Man album. Hope you guys like it. It's a little extra long, so give you a chance to go potty and do your little man or girl thing. What we got when we come back, Siobhan?
We have a 27-year-old that went into menopause already. Yeah.
Is she married?
No.
All right, cool. Well, we're going to get this. And then when we come back, we'll be talking about Justin Bieber and Jesus and how those two should never, ever, ever be mentioned together in the same sentence.
That's for sure.
All right, we'll be right back after this.
Distorted lenses of memory, free, unsupported traces of treachery, expecting nothing, forward moving, so it goes. Lingering in the background, the scarred long-term reverie, bell jar and cage bird break the glass menagerie. sharpening the foreground, avoiding camaraderie, afar and unheard, unsatisfactory, raising yourself from below.
Something a little bit different there, Siobhan. What do you think about that?
I like that.
A little
Like
different,
the-
right?
I don't really know what to call it. Like the
Harmonic harmony.
yeah. I don't know what else to call it other than that. But yeah, I like that about it. So I wanted to say first, I had pictures of this, but I realized she put them up online to explain and show the reality and the severity of what it can be. But I didn't want to put it in our show just because of how extreme the pictures are.
Yeah.
Just because I know that some of our viewers watch this with their kids nearby, and I didn't want to take that chance. So if you want to see the pictures, I'm sure that you could very easily find them online.
Sounds like you're putting a rubber glove on, by the way.
My bad. I'm so sorry. I feel like I shrank or the mic shrank. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't move it
You
enough.
just show up more.
I don't know what to tell you. So there is a 27-year-old who is in menopause already, and it is due to endometriosis. She is basically shared pictures of her with a ruptured cyst and then what she looks like now due to the endometriosis, which basically, for those who don't know, it's a chronic condition which occurs when tissue which behaves like the lining of the womb is found outside of the womb. in areas of the body, including the ovaries, the fallopian tubes, abdomen, and bladder, places where it obviously shouldn't be. So it creates very severe pain for the woman who has it. And then, of course, it will also cause ovarian cysts, and those can rupture. And when those rupture, it's extremely painful.
It actually leads to a number of other things
It does.
as well, if
It
I'm not
does.
mistaken. Correct?
Yeah, if it's not taken care of, it can lead to all kinds of problems. Like, for example, for her, she was sent into early menopause because of it, partially because of the medication she's on. Basically, the left side of her stomach 3 weeks after the cyst ruptured, which was 5 weeks ago, she's about that big. Like, if you look at her from the left side, yeah, it's horrible.
Less than 100 pounds.
Like, yeah, I mean, she's quoted as saying endo is no joke, and she's right. So she posted those pictures basically to get women and just in general people to be aware of how serious of a condition it is. What she wrote with the post is, "This is quite shocking to people. This is me. This is endometriosis. I never intended to share these photos, hence why I'm naked. But my God, I can't believe the amount of DMs I've received from girls who have endo too and feel alone."
It's something that doesn't, like, a lot of people. I feel like that it's almost kind of like the AIDS epidemic or
Oh,
some of the
yeah.
other stuff, like,
Yeah,
you know,
in
like
a
I have
sense.
it but I don't want to talk about it,
Yeah.
or I've had it and I've been through it but I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about it.
it really is.
It's kind of like, you know, somebody who's been through a really bad struggle snuggle, you know.
You just love a chance to use that, don't you?
It's my new word,
I
man.
know.
It's my new word.
You got to learn how to use it appropriately, though.
Well, you know.
But yeah, so she's on a drug called Cineral, and it's basically stopped all her hormones. So that's how she went into menopause already. She's got an upcoming trip to Greece along with the drug in hopes to get her prepped for the condition, both physically and mentally, for an operation she's getting in August. She'll be operated on for 7+ hours and hospitalized for at least a week.
So let me ask you this. So her going into early menopause, what happens to the female parts at that point? Like, you know, like because I mean, hysterectomy speaking, typically there's a hysterectomy, a partial or a full.
Right,
and then,
that's what causes early typically. So
it'd be interesting
yeah,
to see.
so for her, like being 27, it's going to affect a lot of things for her. You know, it's going to affect all kinds of things, and that I can't even imagine. Like, my best wishes go out to her. I've known people that have suffered through endometriosis, and it really is, like she said, it's no joke. It's a really serious condition, and you know, if you have someone that you know that's suffering through that, be there for them.
My mom had that when I was younger. So I was born premature. I was born early. I was only a couple weeks, so nothing serious. But once I was born, they found that my mom had endometriosis, and it took 3 procedures of, like, basically them going in and, like, cauterizing it with, like, a laser kind of pen pointer thing. And they go in and burn it or cauterize it, you know.
They basically remove the extra lining that's there that's not supposed to be there. It's a laser removal to basically extract the additional lining that's not in the appropriate place.
Real talk, man. That's crazy. You know, and you think about, like, what you went through, you know what I mean? And I mean, so many things that go in with that. And I mean, I know it's 2 different roads, but at the same time, I mean, it all kind of leads back around again, you know?
Yeah, there's, and that's the thing, like, there are certain things with being female that there are issues that only females have, and some of them in particular are very similar, but very different at the same time. I've had the cervical cancer cells twice, and I had portions of my cervix removed because of it. And that is something that's very traumatic to the body, just like the endometriosis is, but in a whole different way.
So let me ask you this. So does it like piss you off or bother you when you get a woman or somebody or a friend or I don't know, another female in the room and they're like, "Oh, I know how you feel, honey." Oh,
Yeah,
like,
I really like that is one thing that I get really frustrated by. Unless you've had endometriosis or unless you've had cervical cancer and had LEEP procedures, you have no idea how I feel.
right.
Like, you have no idea how she feels unless you've had endometriosis. So I always hate that. Oh, well, I've literally heard people say,
Is it
well,
a stigma, you think, or what is it? I mean, it can be a
I
stereotype
don't know,
because
I've actually heard women say to the friend of mine that had endometriosis, well, I don't know, I've had pretty bad cramps, it can't be that bad. And she looked at me like, you better take me somewhere before I punch this bitch. So,
Wow.
I mean, yeah, and I did
Bring
help.
it.
Yeah, I helped to take care of her sometimes when it would get really bad. Like, she would be completely and totally just incapable of moving or anything. I mean, it was bad. She just curled up in a ball and wanted to die.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, well, hopefully everything works out with her and
I don't have contact with her anymore, but last I heard she was doing better.
right on. Well, you know somebody who is probably not doing better, who's probably going to have a TV show before it's all done. Justin Bieber.
Oh, I was going to say it's either OJ or Bieber.
So it turns out Bieber is saying that you shouldn't blame Jesus for his tour debacle. So, Justin Bieber canceled the last remaining time on his tour
Right.
due to basically having...
There were a few reasons I heard.
Yeah, basically what it all comes down to is he's a whiny bitch, and he just couldn't hang on a long tour. John Mayer backed him up and was like, "Oh, well, if you get that close to that end of a tour and you got that many shows left, then and you back out, then you must have a lot of problems." Like, no shit.
I mean, wasn't it just one show that was left?
No, he had a couple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I heard that it was only one show. I mean, but even still, like, if there were a couple, I mean, if it was less than 10, just do the damn shows.
And what's funny about it is that the total tour amount, even though he's bailing out early, still made a reported $24 million.
That's crazy.
Okay, so even though he bailed, that's kind of be like McGregor and Mayweather getting into a fight.
We have Danielle in the chat room. Hello, Danielle.
What's going on, Danielle? So Danny is coming to hang out on the birthday.
Yay!
And she's coming to the birthday show, and she's bringing her hubby Mike with her. So I'm excited to meet Mike.
That's awesome. I think I met him once when we were out, but I can't remember for sure.
Oh yeah, so I'm excited to meet Mike and hang out with Danielle. She said she's bringing an awesome yummy dish. So
Hell yeah.
yeah. So Justin Bieber is publicly denying religion played a role in him abruptly pulling the plug on his Purpose tour with just 14 shows to go. Biebs was grabbing lunch Tuesday on Beverly Hills when a paparazzi asked him about the sudden decision to quit, and Justin seemed perplexed at the suggestion it had anything to do with his spirituality. As we were able to break the story today, multiple sources connected with the Hillsong Church, which Justin attends regularly, say he absolutely canceled the tour because he's rededicated his life to Christ, according to the church's website. And Justin claims he already told us what's wrong when he said he just needed to rest after 2 years of being on the road. Now, I get, being 2 years on the road.
That's a long time.
It's a long time. But when you're whiling out like he has been for the last 2 years...
Yeah, that's kind of my point.
It adds a lot to the tour. It adds a lot of BS to where you don't really need BS.
It's true.
I can think of a number of actors and actresses that travel around and do movie premieres and do all kinds of craziness all year round.
And don't have that problem.
And don't have that problem.
We have a caller.
We have a caller. Uh-oh. This could be interesting.
What?
Uh-oh. What's going on?
Hey, man.
Who do we have here?
Well, who don't we have here?
What's going on, Josh? How's it going, man?
Hey, you know what? Not a lot. I just got off the toilet,
I just got...
and so I figured I'd share that. Not that anybody cares, but yeah, I figured I'd share that real fast.
Awesome. Well, that's great, listening to the show while you're pooping.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to say thank you to both of you guys for coming out to the Bethel Road show.
Dude, it was
Of
fucking
course.
epic, man. $39.95.
Dude, I hope. Yeah, $39.95. I hope you guys had an awesome time. It was good seeing you guys out there. Tell you what, man, Black Coffee did not disappoint,
No, they did not.
and
Hell no.
I just think it's a good build up to the show on the 26th at the Alrosa with Grindhouse.
Man, it's epic,
That's what-
dude. Yes. And you know...
So are you
Go ahead.
still giving away the tickets or what?
Yes, I have 2 tickets. I haven't seen a whole lot of activity, and I've been pumping it up. I've been doing my job, so I don't know, man. We gotta figure out how to get these people engaged and in the game.
Oh, okay. So do you think we should change the rules?
I'm open to whatever the band and yourself thinks that we should do. It's definitely something
Well,
that we should.
we do have a little bit of time.
Oh yeah, of course
We have a little bit of time. So you know what? We might come up with something interesting. Hold on, we got an idea. Go ahead. Ooh, the wife says we should have someone do the best Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator impression.
Oh, that would be pretty. That would be pretty awesome. I've heard
That
you
would
and
be.
Derek, man. Like, as long as you and Derek aren't allowed to compete, I think they got a chance.
You know what? For this instance, Derek and I will not compete. You know what? Hold on. Let's open it up just a little bit broader than that. Why don't we do the best celebrity impression?
I mean, we could do that, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you
And
think?
I think what we could do is have like callers call into the show.
Ooh. Well, the call-in feature is something brand new, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I 100% am on board with that because it would kind of push the whole idea of calling into the show. So I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll leave it up to you and Siobhan how you want to handle it. But I think that either A, people should make a little video clip or something and post it to your Facebook page or the Admiralty's Facebook page, or call in.
Yeah.
And I think maybe, or we could just do, maybe we should do that and just do like a live judging.
I think what
That
we
would
should
work.
do, we should just bring the Admiralty in and do a live little thingy and give away the tickets.
You know what?
And then,
I like that.
you know.
We'll
I like. Why don't we do that? Why don't you tell us when would be a good time for us to come into the studio? We'll come in and we'll promote it, and then have people call into the show, and we will judge their celebrity impressions, and whoever we pick will get the tickets.
Well,
I think that's fair.
I think that's a plan. All
I
right.
like that. I do like. See, good job, honey. I like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Megatron.
Not only is she my wife, but she's my assistant in that regard. Where my brain doesn't work, she kind of kicks it into gear, and it works for my benefit.
Wives are supposed to do that.
I can concur, my
All
dear
right.
Watson. I can concur with that 100%.
It's exactly what wives are
Fair
supposed to do. That's like part of our unwritten job description.
That
I was about to say, I've never read the job description of wives, but I would have to believe that that's in there somewhere.
Absolutely. It's the unwritten part of it, you know.
It's in the fine print.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
So awesome. So anyway, outside of winning the pair of tickets, any of the bands that are on the show, that would be Grindhouse, the Admiralty, Black Coffee, Throwing Rocks at Girls, and the Lost Boys.
And Pay the Toll as well.
Pay the Toll as well. Yes, thank you for saving me on that one. But any of the bands have tickets to sell as well for $5 a piece. So if you're not fortunate enough to win the tickets, then what you're going to have to do is contact one of the bands and buy the tickets. So if anybody is interested in getting tickets, if they don't think they can win the impressions contest, then they can reach out to any of the bands, and we'll work it out and get you some tickets for $5.
Yeah. Sounds good, man. And also, we have the birthday show coming up, my birthday show in August coming up, and the new DJ's coming in, man. I'm pretty excited. We're going to be doing a morning show, dude, and I'm excited.
Why don't you bring this new DJ on when the Admiralty's on? Would that be a good opportunity?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we'll have to get a hold of him and make sure, but I'll make sure his schedule is clear. Because I know he's a busy guy, so we'll get that penciled in here. So I guess that's what we'll do, man. We'll do an Abrupt 2 Impressions live. So
I like that. I honest to God just think that's a great idea.
And then we'll do call-ins live on the show, and we'll judge it.
Hell yeah.
Well, you posted earlier that you've gotten, 159 subscribers, correct?
So we hit 159 subscribers, and not only that, but we hit 159 subscribers, and we hit live in the United Kingdom. So we're all the way.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. So we're moving up, and we just hit over 9,000 minutes watched consecutively.
Wow.
So even though we don't have the number of subscribers, the number of subscribers we have are what we would consider our regular fan base every week that tune in and watch the show.
Dude, that's incredible, man. Congratulations to both of you guys.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
That's huge.
Yeah, man. It's I woke up this morning, was looking at the numbers, and was like, holy shit. And I started putting you start putting the numbers together, and it starts making sense. And then I was like, oh wow. And then I got an email, or I should say an email and a Facebook message. I think that's how you know you're relevant in these days, when you get a Facebook message and an email corresponding to the copy and pasted email you got.
Yeah.
Right.
So she basically reached out to me and said, hey, so basically what it is it's a mobile adult website for toys and such and so forth.
Whoa.
And
Okay.
you know, being that it's in the UK, like they have some stuff. I'm just gonna tell
They
you,
have some stuff in the UK as far as sexual toys.
As I look at the camera, as we're live right now, and look at the camera, like I'm looking at you, like they have some live stuff, bro. And they have a lot of stuff, and I'll send you the link, and you can check it out yourself.
Yes, send me the link to that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll order something for the wife because she had such an awesome idea.
Like Siobhan checked it out earlier, and so what was your impression?
Oh no, I didn't get a
didn't?
chance to. I just got the message from you with the information. I haven't actually got to look yet.
Oh, okay. So it'll be exciting. So I think we'll go to a break, and then I'll have Siobhan quick review real quick, maybe, and see what her thought is before we get out of the door, man. But thank you, Josh, for calling in, man, and I appreciate you and the Admiralty for all that you guys do as artists and musicians. And
hey, man, I appreciate you having me on, dude. That's awesome.
Yes, sir, man. So you guys heard it first, man. We're gonna do we're gonna schedule a date with the Admiralty, let the boys know, and we'll give these tickets away. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Dude, we're stoked. We'll be there.
All right, Josh, man. You have a good night, dude. Thanks for tuning in, and let the boys know. Absolutely. Keep on rocking.
All right, man. Sounds good. We'll talk to you guys.
All right, man. Later.
Talk to you later, Josh.
So that's the glory of the call-in line.
Yes.
So that's pretty awesome to be able to have the option to have people call in and be part of the action. So that's pretty cool. So, wow, what do we got left, Siobhan? It's 9 o'clock.
I know. I can't believe it's 9 o'clock already. That's crazy. Well, I got a few more stories and, of course, horoscopes. But, yeah. What do you got left?
Well, I got a West Michigan teen who gets up to 100 years for road rage killing. And I got the story about a mom that comes home to find his child covered in blood and saying that she was sexually abused.
Wow.
And that happened in North Carolina. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit, too. I'm excited for horoscopes this week. I had a chance to kind of preview what I was going to be getting this week.
Oh, did you start looking at them before you?
Yeah, so I can have a
you
protest.
Can be prepared.
So I can have a protest lined up in case I don't fucking like it.
All right.
Fuck that.
Bring it.
So, welcome to the show. Hanging out live with Antman and Siobhan. Siobhan, I have to say, you're doing quite the job. So I have to say you're doing well, and all of the viewers think that you're doing well.
Aw, thanks, guys.
So, yeah. So I think it's funny because you think that they don't say hi to you or whatever, but you know they're checking you out at shows. But
Oh yeah, I can feel that shit. It's like guys have been checking me out since I was like way before they should have been checking me out because I've always had a big ass. So it's something like I just inadvertently like I can feel them watching me, and yeah, kind of makes them sound like creepers. Sorry, guys. But I feel it, and so yeah, it's cool though.
So I got a song for all those boys out there. It's called "Living the Dream." It's from American Pinup. We'll get this for those guys out there. We'll be right back after this.
But now those days are far behind me. I'm so comfortable it hurts me. I have learned to live with the mundane. And it's like pouring vinegar over my brain. So this is living the dream. So this is what they mean. So you just pass on your dreams, and if you get to them, they'll miss you when you're dead. You better show. poke around your grubby hands, never noticing you're ruining my plans. But you're all the young man, and this is the way the story falls apart. I've heard this all before. I already know all the words by heart. So don't even start. Don't even start. Don't even start. Don't even
I love me some American pinup right there.
I love her voice. Like,
Gwen Stefani, yeesh.
yeah, like,
Yeesh.
but not really. Like, it's got its own, yeah. I don't.
Right.
She actually, it does remind me of, I guess they would be considered a punk band, but a punk band that I saw back in the day, a long time ago when I was out in California. So they remind me of them. Wonder if it's the same chick, because that band isn't together anymore.
Interesting. I want to give a shout out to a couple of our friends on Facebook. So Donia turns 48 today, and our man Zach Sheets is 25. So.
Well, congratulations to both of you for making another year in this crazy ass
Oh
world.
no shit, right? Crazy. So what's going on, Siobhan?
Well, I have the horoscopes, which is a perfect follow-up to that. So for the two of you, since it's your birthday, here is your birthday horoscope. You will gain a lot over the coming year, and you will give a lot as well. Bit by bit, you will be able to replace in your life those things that you considered negative and impractical with things that are not only inspiring, but doable.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, for all those Geminis out there, you may be reluctant to change your way of thinking, but even you can see the way that you have been approaching the world in recent weeks has been holding you back. Gemini is known as a flexible sign, so move with the times.
Wow.
Fuck that.
Read between the lines with that one. Like anybody out there, that's kind of a blatant tread carefully, right?
Man, I hate when they're... Yeah. No comment. It's okay, it's your turn now.
Oh, fuck that.
So, Virgo, as Mercury, your ruler and planet of communication, moves into your sign today, you will feel the need to express yourself loudly and forcefully. That's good. Make sure everyone knows that you mean business and that your opinions count for something.
Damn it.
No rebuttal to that one, huh?
No.
That one's okay.
No, that one's okay.
It's not poking fun at you.
Right. That one's not pointing me blank in my forehead like, hey.
Right. You know, sometimes they're a little more subtle.
I mean, it could always be worse.
It's true.
Could always be worse. So, what is your take on road rage?
So there are
Because I have seen you behind the wheel.
Yeah, but there are levels of road rage. So there's like the first level where you get irritated. There's the second, third level where you get irritated and you might like scream obscenities and drive a little faster. And then there's like that crazy level where you do dumb shit because of road rage.
Right. So I think this guy falls in that huge dumb shit range. And here's why. So it turns out, and this is from my neighboring area. So this is pretty interesting for me because I know the backways and freeways through the area. So to think about this just is pretty insane for me.
That state up north.
Yeah, that state up north. Yeah, like I'm from here.
Yeah,
I'm from
the
here.
first time you did that, I was like, what the fuck is that?
I'm from here. Here,
They
right
really
here.
teach you that there?
Like, so it's basically because It's shaped
It's
like
true.
that.
It's so
And
true.
then if you
Like-
look at a map, it's got basically the main roads that run through it are straight up and down. So, I mean, really, yeah, that's how you... And there's seriously parts in the city or in the state that you go to, people will be like, and you just go over here... I'm like, oh, so I passed that callus beyond the
Right.
the wart down to yonder a piece. Oh, and by the way, you don't want to go too far. If you go too far, you hit the Michigan militia. You went too far.
Right.
Like, is the other white town past the other white town?
So I guess that's where the road rage comes from.
Yeah. So, check it out. So, Christian Hillman, 19 years old, of Ada, was sentenced to 22 and a half to 100 years in prison on Monday on a charge of second-degree murder in the road rage beating death of 64-year-old retiree in church parking lot. Hillman's defense team called the incident a tragedy, but said the teen was assaulted and overcome with emotion beat William McFarland along Whitneyville Avenue Southeast. Kent County Assistant Prosecutor Blair Latchman said that the lesser charge of voluntary manslaughter was inappropriate given the overwhelming evidence against Hillman, including eyewitness accounts that he kicked McFarland several times after McFarland collapsed beside his pickup truck. Quoted, "I think just because someone gets angry in a road rage incident, it doesn't justify assaulting and killing him," Lockman said. "I think if they came back with a manslaughter, the excuse for people would be we can handle these situations violently, and that shouldn't be the message at all." So, and attorneys for Hillman declined comment.
Of course they did.
But McFarland, a retiree from General Motors, died nearly 5 weeks after the beating in southern Kent County Hospital. He suffered several fractured ribs, broken facial bones, and a fractured skull. Emergency room doctors gave him little chance of survival, and Hillman was initially charged with assault with intent to commit great bodily harm less than murder, a 10-year felony. The charge was upgraded after McFarland's death, so according to testimony, Hillman was riding a dirt bike after sunset along Whitneyville Road, and McFarland was returning from a fishing trip. McFarland's pickup was behind Hillman. The driver began flashing his bright lights and sounding the horn. Hillman pulled into a church parking lot. McFarland followed, defense attorney Michael Bardish said, and whatever happened, Mr. McFarland is following Christian into that parking lot. And it looks like Bardish told jurors in closing arguments last week, there is no reason for that vehicle to have followed him into the parking lot unless the intent was for a fight. And Bardish said volunteer manslaughter is proper because the fight happened in the heat of passion and was caused by adequate provocation, and there wasn't adequate time for Hillman to cool off. Lockman, the Kent County Assistant Prosecutor, said Hillman continued the attack on McFarland long after McFarland fell on the ground. Hillman previously said he defended himself when McFarland grabbed him by the neck. Yeah. So, really, what it sounds like is spoiled little punk brat kid, doing whatever, being a douchebag on the road.
Right.
When,
I mean, and really, there's a million reasons why he could flash his lights at him. Like, if he was on a dirt bike, maybe he had a light out, maybe...
No lights at all.
No lights at
No
all.
license plate at all.
Obviously no license plate, but, it is Michigan. It's probably a little more lenient.
No, not at all.
Are they pretty strict
They're
on that?
pretty strict
Okay.
on that, yeah.
But, I mean, there's plenty of reasons. Like, maybe he saw him turn and, there was no turn signal because he didn't have them equipped, but he thought maybe he didn't have them. Who knows? There could be any number of reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, man,
Yeah, just ridiculous.
And, I mean, really, like, what kind of day and age are we in that we feel like we have the right to do something like that or say something like that or you wronged me, so
I'm gonna beat the shit
we're
out
gonna
of you.
we're gonna well, yeah, like you're gonna hear me out. You're gonna
Yeah, I don't.
like I've never really played that game. Now I've had people that get mad like whatever drive stupid, you know, and I don't know. I've never had an issue. I don't know. I'm always curious what the Music Familia has to say. So I'm curious what if you've ever encountered road rage or been in a road rage situation. You know how that turned out for you. I'm kind of curious if anybody out there.
Yeah.
So what's going on the YouTube, Siobhan?
Not too much, but Crystal says that's horrifying in regards to this. So.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is totally agreeable.
And you think about that, like you get on the freeway, you know, and somebody doesn't let you on. Now,
Oh, yeah.
now it's to the point now. Oh, you didn't let me on. Oh, I'm gonna shoot you.
Right.
Like, oh, you didn't drive 65.
Right.
Oh, you didn't drive the speed limit. Oh, you didn't. Oh, you didn't put your phone down so you could properly merge into the lane. Oh, I'm sorry, Pandora was that damn important.
Right.
Like, you know, I mean, and then, you know, I saw the whole Snapchat conversation. So they're absolutely doing away with the speedometer thing on Snapchat because people were holding up the speedometer on their phone while they were driving, seeing how fast they were going.
Wow.
So, yeah, brilliance of social media. It's awesome. And this is the world we live in.
Yep. Yep.
So, we got Juice Bag Criminals coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And we got, what else we got?
Well, I have this story right here about a mother who just gave birth to her dead husband's daughter.
Wait, what?
Yes. So 3 years after her husband died, she's giving birth to their daughter. Yeah. Yes. So he was a New York cop, and he was mortally wounded in 2014. And when that happened, the doctors asked his wife if she wanted to preserve some of his semen so that she might one day have his child.
What?
She said, of course. And, you know, so 2.5 later after he was married, he...
2.5 laters.
Yeah, 2.5 years later, yeah.
Wow.
So he basically, I don't know, does that still count as being a father? Like, I don't know how that works, but she
I don't
she named the baby Angel as a tribute to her slain hero husband. And the police hat that he wore sits next to her bed at the hospital, so that he's kind of there with them, which I thought was kind of sweet. But she was obviously artificially inseminated, and the day that she had a dream that he was there in a white gown looking like an angel, and that he handed her a baby, and he said, "It's a girl, a little angel." This is what she says. So she says that because of that, she knew before everyone else that it was a girl.
Holy but Jesus!
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of cool, actually, because she'd only been married to him for about 3 months before he and his partner were killed in an ambush by a cop-hating madman.
Oh,
Per the
well,
words of
there's
the
that.
article.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
Well, there's that.
she was admitted to the hospital at around 12:30 p.m. on Monday, and she gave birth at 4:35 a.m. So props to her for that very long labor.
Alone, like
All alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. But the baby's full name is Angelina, and she weighed 6 pounds 13 ounces and is 19.5 inches long. So basically, you know, she is
Look for a
able to-
Lifetime movie here pretty soon.
I'm sure. Yeah, she is basically able to still have a piece of her husband that way, which I think is actually really cool. Like, I now having a daughter, if I were in a similar situation as she was, I think that I probably would not have hesitated to do the same thing.
Honey, I know you're dying, but I need you to put this, I need you to do this for me real quick.
I mean, at the point, like, you know, at the point that they're dead, and I'm gonna get all medical here, but at the point that a person dies, you can just extract it from the source at that point.
There's no asking.
I mean, they're swimming around in there anyway. Like, it's not like they're not created when you are in the act. They're already there. They're just waiting to come out.
So
Trying to keep it PG, it's really hard with that subject.
Speaking of trying to come out, did you know things you didn't know today? In 1977, there were 170 Elvis impersonators. By 2002, there were 85,000. And that rate of growth, and by 2019, a third of the world's population will be Elvis impersonators at the rate we're going.
Wow.
So I just wanted to throw that little tidbit of information in there.
Wow.
To go with that. So think about that with what you just said about the whole baby and all that. And so a third of them could be Elvis impersonators.
Wow.
Honka honka burning love. So we're going to get this new song right here called Out of My Head. And when we come back, we got about 40 minutes left of the show. Siobhan, what do you have?
I have, of course, the Storytime story and Douchebag Criminals, and that's about it. Do you have any other stories?
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the we're gonna talk definitely about the mom who comes home, and we're gonna talk about a little bit of this and a little bit about that. We got ticket giveaways.
We do.
And we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about this morning show, and we're gonna see what the masses think about some topics that we could get into in the morning show.
Nice.
So we're going to involve the Music Familia that's in the chat room. I want to give a shout out to Photo Nation AP. I want to give a shout out to Rocky X TV, one of our new partners in crime on Antman Verses. So check out Rocky X TV for all your do-it-yourself videos on mechanics and all that fun jazz, man. One hell of a dude.
Yeah, he is.
And he's a hidden artist, by the way. Yeah. So.
Really?
Oh yeah. So I got one of his songs. He's pretty fucking good. He's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try. What I'd love to do is see if I could get him to perform live for me. Just
That'd be awesome.
bring a guitar.
Well, I've never seen him play with the guitar, but I have seen him karaoke before, and he is
Pretty
amazing.
damn
Yeah,
good.
so that doesn't surprise me.
So my social media is blowing up.
I was gonna say, what is that?
That is my social media. That is my Facebook. So basically, people are chiming in on our Facebook, but they don't realize that we're live right now. So I want to give a shout out to my man Johnny Warner for the Rock Out Camp Out food drive.
Yes.
So that's going on, and make sure you guys get over there and check out that awesome tidbit of information. And when we're gonna get into this right here, Out of My Head, and when we come back, I guess we'll finish out the show. We'll talk about this, that, and a couple other things, and who knows, we might open the phone lines one more time.
Ooh, exciting.
All right, cool. So Out of My Head, brand new stuff. Let's get it.
Some say I'm a loser.
That's some brand new stuff right there. Really different, right?
A little bit different.
I mean, I try to not change it up to the point where they get irritated and pissed off with me.
It's understandable.
So what's going on, Siobhan? How's it going?
I'm here.
We got about a half an hour left of the show.
We do.
It
So I
flies
want to.
so
I want to
fast.
hear about this story you got about the little girl. Like I'm dying to hear this.
Yeah, so mother comes home, and this is in North Carolina, and a North Carolina woman has told authorities that she returned home from work recently to find her 7-year-old daughter covered in blood, claiming to have been sexually assaulted. The girl told her mother she had been assaulted by Brentley Jason Briers, a man she refers to as father, according to police. And so authorities say the girl suffered what is being quoted as extensive injuries from the alleged assault. She was taken to Children's Hospital about an hour away, where it is likely she'll require surgery to recover from said injuries. Evidence obtained at the home, including clothing found in the washing machine, was consistent with a sexual assault, authorities say. They believe that the clothing in the washing machine was an attempt to dispose of evidence. Mr. Briers was arrested and charged with statutory rape with a bail set at $1 million. And it was not immediately clear whether he had entered a plea or not. And it turns out that statutory rape of a child by an adult is a felony offense in the state of North Carolina.
Well, thank God for that.
And carries a minimum sentence of 25 years. This is at least the third case of statutory rape reported in North Carolina in the last 2 months. Last weekend, a 20-year-old North Carolina woman was arrested for allegedly having sex with a 14-year-old boy, who authorities say she met at the bar where she worked. In June, a 25-year-old math teacher was arrested for allegedly having inappropriate sexual contact with 3 individual students. And the Iredell County Sheriff's Office could not be reached for comment about this topic. But definitely some type of craziness
Wow.
going on in the Carolinas for sure.
Maybe something in the water.
I don't know, man. Maybe need to stick close to the alligators or something.
Something.
I don't know. It's freaking
Something.
crazy.
Well, with that note, so there is a zoo in Britain that is being accused of covering up a penguin massacre.
What?
Yes.
Drive-by penguining.
Excuse me. Sorry, guys.
Raunchy.
So a British zoo is accused of hiding penguin massacre at their facility, and it left a sign claiming alterations were
It's a
being done
massacre.
at the enclosure, only to announce weeks later a fox had snuck in and killed the birds. So the Chessington World of Adventures south of London announced Tuesday an urban fox infiltrated the Penguin Bay in June, killing 5
It's a
adult.
slippery bugger.
Yeah, killing 5 adult and 3 infant Humboldt penguins. Another male penguin was injured, but since then has made a full recovery. So the zoo said on their Facebook page that they are investigating why this has happened, as Penguin Bay was built in 2015 and had special measures put in place to specifically deter foxes, and therefore they are shocked and saddened by the news. And this was their assistant manager. And then for weeks, the zoo explained the closing on the popular exhibit as being for alterations to the area.
Don't mind us, we need to scrub the penguin guts off of the walls.
Right. So a statement on the Chessington website stated, "Our Humboldt penguins are currently enjoying their home behind the scenes while we make alterations to Penguin Bay." A source also told the Telegraph that security and zoo staff were not monitoring the enclosure when the attack happened in June, so that's something. And workers are allegedly not allowed to talk about the penguin massacre. So that's another thing.
Hey, Steve, you know anything about that? Shh, we're not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah. So furthermore, a zoo spokeswoman denied the claims to the news site, saying that they had no obligation to reveal what happened to the dead penguins. Specifically, It's a fine line between alerting our guests because some of our animals do die, and actually, it's not something our zoo license says we have to do, she told the site. It's certainly something we never hid from any of our guests. Our penguins are our number one priority.
You know, it kind of goes with that SeaWorld story that I just saw, how SeaWorld just had that little baby
died.
Baby
yeah.
died.
Yeah, I mean, well...
But they plaster their shit over. Oh, yeah, we just killed another one. Oh, yeah. And, oh, and by the way, tickets are $25 this weekend. You can come over and watch us kill whales, too.
Right. And
Right.
so they say that the rest of the 20 penguins in the enclosure were removed to a secure area as the staff renovates the space to prevent another fox from lurking in. And the resort says the health, safety, and welfare of our animals is the primary concern to us here at Chessington World of Adventures.
Sounds like he met with Trump and had, like, some of Trump's staff write that memo.
Right?
Wow. That's some garbage.
Yeah, so that's sad because penguins are cool.
I mean, like, who was ever like, yo, I want to, like, what you looking at, penguin? Like, what you want to fight?
Right.
Whoever, like, wanted to go pick up, it's like,
Kill a penguin?
it's like,
Not me.
you know, it's like picking on somebody with, like, Down syndrome or something. Like, you just don't, there's some animals that just can't defend themselves. You just,
I mean, I have heard they can be like really mean little fuckers if you piss them off, but you know, I mean, still,
it
like,
just makes no sense to me.
they're just so damn
Like,
cute. Why would you wanna?
And I just, like, so the security in this zoo was so off that this little fox, and if you look it up, those foxes are not that big.
Right.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
somebody just let
Well,
that
and
son of a bitch in
furthermore,
there.
the thing wasn't that old. You know, the exhibit wasn't that old, and it had preventative measures. So, you know, there are just several things that don't quite add up.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's something more going on probably that they aren't telling. So.
Sounds like, you know, one of the zookeepers was like
Smoking
hey,
a joint
I
out
wanna-
back and
I
forgot to lock the
yeah,
gate.
like, or was like taking care of, you know, like you said, having a smoke break, and in the middle of taking care of one of the foxes, and the fox got out and whatever, doing too many things at once.
Something.
It's crazy. I tried to feed a fox once, man. They're just about as mean as raccoons are.
Yeah, they are. They're no joke.
Yeah.
No
like,
joke.
it's kind of like those swans when you're trying to go to the store right over
Oh,
across
you mean
the way.
geese?
Those geese, whatever.
Swans are the pretty white ones. Geese are the ugly black ones.
I
No,
should,
I'm kidding. I actually think geese are.
Straight from
you know.
Siobhan's voice right there. Yeah, you guys
I'm
heard.
an ass.
So we got about 20 minutes or so left, and we got. I keep getting.
Facebook's blowing it up.
Yeah, Facebook is no joke this evening. They are very talkative over there on the Facebook side. So it turns out Seven from Grindhouse has some open slots for Head PE coming real soon in the coming months.
Nice.
So if there's any bands that are listening to the show that need to get in on a show,
There you
then
go.
There you go. So it's pretty neat.
Hell yeah.
Pretty nifty. Hang out with Head
Be
PE.
one hell of a show to be on.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that would seem like or what that would consist of, but it would definitely be an epic show. And if you're a low swinging on the music scene totem pole, it's an instant way to go to at least medium way on the totem pole. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you show up. And
Absolutely.
so we've had this epic conversation about, you know, doing this new morning show, Siobhan.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're going to actually be a part of this morning show. And
That's the plan.
Part of the whole thing was to have it revamped so that you could be a part of it. So we're going to be doing that Sunday mornings, probably 8 to 10. So you're going to actually have some of your own segments for that morning show.
I'm excited about that because there are so many shows so many stories that I want to talk about because I'm like, ooh, people would probably like that, and ooh, people would probably like that, you know, because I pull from a world website, so I get the stories from all over as people
Right.
have seen, and you know, so I try to make it interesting, and we have a few other people in the chat room. I'm not even touching that one. We're just going to let that go. If you're in the chat room, you see it.
That's hilarious. So I'm not afraid to go there. So I'm going to give a shout out to everybody in the chat room. Let's see. It looks like we got Crystal Ortiz and we got Fat Q Hatter. Yeah. So, and this person is quite interesting. So I don't even want to know who that possibly is. It could be a number of anybody.
I was going to say, I have a feeling that that's one of our normal listeners possibly having some fun just from that comment alone. But, you never know. Yeah,
so I got this new song right here. And we're going to see what you guys think about it. So we got 20 minutes left of the show, Siobhan. I want to give a shout-out to our sponsors, Photo Nation AP, Dave Sheets, Columbus Botanical Depot, Raw Designs, designsbyraw.com, cbdhemphealth.com, and Photo Nation AP is working on some new website, social media outlets, and some other things, and they'll be in touch soon with some new logos and stuff. So that's fun. Also, Rocky XTV, I want to give a shout out to you. You're coming in August 10th. It's going to be an awesome show. And then we have Mary Kaufman August 8th. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And then the birthday show coming up on the 24th, which is a Thursday.
That is.
So I don't know. And any which one of those shows that we have coming up, we might. And then we got a special, as you heard earlier in the show. The Admiralty wants to put a last-minute gig together.
Yes.
To give these tickets away, so that's going to be fun and quite interesting. So we got Douchebag Criminals coming up.
Mm-hmm. And story time.
And what is story time about this evening?
Story time today is about the plummeting sperm count in America.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess in memory of that, we're going to get this song here called The Killing Fields. And I think this will fit in perfectly with it. So we'll get in this right here, brand new stuff. A little bit of John Lennon, I think.
Days and times are going fast. Down these lonely roads we wander, drifting through the seas of the past. Oh, won't you help us from going? Won't you help us change these feelings? Or won't you help stop the wars in Egypt? Because our killing fields are getting too crowded now for anyone to stand tall above it all, unless you believe. Believe in you and me. How long must we be under oppression from our fathers? The bloody massacres are a disease, and no matter how you read the holy books, one thing's for sure: violence is a mindless tool for greed. Oh, won't you help us change these things? unless you believe. Believe in you and me. Yeah, yeah. Believe in you and me. Won't you help us change these feelings that everyone out there is for themselves and deceiving? Yeah. Because our killing fields are getting too crowded now for anyone to stand tall. Oh, above it all, for your brothers and sisters and oh, won't you help us change these feelings? Oh, won't you help stop hypocrisy from breeding? Because our killing fields are getting too crowded now for anyone to stand tall. Oh, above it all, for your mothers and fathers saying, all we want to do is stand tall for one another. Stand tall above it all. Because we believe. We believe in you and me. Yeah. Believe in you and me.
Killing Fields, brand new stuff right there. What's up, Siobhan?
Not too much. It was a bit slower than I expected it to be.
Right?
I liked it though.
I mean, it's a little different. And I mean, it's definitely not our closing song every week.
No, but I liked it.
Right. So, douchebag criminals, but
But first, it's story time.
yeah.
And there's not really a picture that can really go with this. I mean, obviously there's a picture on the article, but I just felt that would be like further pushing at you guys because it's a guy sitting in a hospital gown on the side of his bed with his hand in his head.
Fuck you, hater. By the way, that's who that is on the YouTube.
Yes. Yeah. So apparently, American men's sperm count is plummeting. Yeah. So Western men are shooting blanks at a unprecedented rate, according to a new study.
So
published.
Western men, right?
Yes, Western.
Okay, cool. Good thing we're in the Eastern Hemisphere. I don't have to worry about that. Sorry,
Well,
you were saying, Siobhan?
I mean, yeah, there is that. So it was published in a Human Reproduction Update. Over the past 38 years, there have been a 52.4% drop in sperm concentration and a 59.3% decline in total sperm count among men from Europe, North America, Australia, New Zealand. Researchers from the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai and the Hebrew University found this information. So Dr. Swan, a public health professor at Mount Sinai and co-author of the study, and her team analyzed 7,500 studies through the course of their research. She writes in a press release, this definitive study shows for the first time that this decline is strong and continuing. While more studies need to be done to determine causation, researchers think that our lifestyle choices, things like smoking, stress, obesity, are probably the main thing to blame for the drop in sperm count. Swan says the fact that the decline is seen in Western countries strongly suggests that chemicals in commerce are playing a casual role in the trend as well. Beyond the troubles this may pose for fertility and reproduction, the study also points out that the sperm count decline coincides with other treatments to male health, such as testicular germ cell tumors. Meanwhile, there's not been a significant drop in sperm count for men in South America, Asia, and Africa, but researchers are quick to note that there have been far fewer studies conducted in those regions.
Is it because they don't have internet connection?
You're such an ass.
Like, you think it would be because like they just don't have the technology to do the study to do it fine in the first place?
I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not. I'm going to leave that one alone.
Hey, I just thought I would ask. I mean, because, So, basically, what it comes down to, if I'm not mistaken, what it comes down to is don't get married, don't smoke, and don't get on social media, and you should be able to all around live live a happy, positive life.
Yeah, it sounds like it's probably about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't do everything you do and you should be fine.
Yeah. Don't do nothing. Wrap yourself up in a bubble and do exactly what you thought you shouldn't do. Have you seen that movie Bubble Boy?
Oh, yeah, that was like a while back, though.
This shit's like way
It's
back.
old.
That's
Old.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for dating us both.
You're welcome. Totally. That's what I'm here for.
Appreciate it.
So, we have these ticket giveaways, and one of the ticket giveaways before we get into Douchebag Criminals, just 2 tickets, August 26th. Grindhouse, the Admiralty, Black Coffee, Pay the Toll, Throwing Rocks at Girls, and the Lost Boys are all going to be under one roof, August 26th at the Alderosa Villa. We got 2 tickets. So basically, you like the Admiralty page, like the Antman Verses Facebook page, and subscribe. And after talking to Josh earlier in the show, we're actually going to do something a lot different than that. If you heard it earlier in the show, we're going to basically have the band in here. We're going to do some impersonations, figure out who's funnier, and whoever's funnier gets the tickets.
And they will decide.
They will decide
They
themselves.
will be the judges of
Yes.
that. It'll basically be your best celebrity impersonation.
It gets
and-
me out of it completely.
Right.
and I
It's
love
totally
that.
great. It's
Right.
great. Because, it's not like our other ticket giveaway where we have to determine the winner for the Turn It to 10 Fest on August 4th. Basically, for that one, you just want to subscribe to our YouTube page, and then we want the answer to one of 2 questions. If you have seen Saving Abel, we want to know what your best memory is and what show you were at when it happened. And if you haven't seen them, we want to know what's your favorite song and why. And then the cutoff for that will be on July 25th, and the winner will be picked on July 27th, live on the air. And basically, all you have to do is just comment on our on our YouTube page after you've subscribed. And answers anywhere else will not be counted. And it's got to be legit.
Yeah.
Can't be some fake shit.
So, and we have...
I like them because I saw titties. Won't get you the tickets.
I saw this one chick's bikini line, and it was really hot. And then I passed out.
Right.
Pretty awesome. So, Siobhan,
So...
Douchebag
that
Criminals.
time.
It is. I'm
the time of the show when everybody is so happy. It's their favorite part.
I
Let's
think
be
it is,
honest.
man. I think everybody gets a legit kick out of
Oh, yeah.
Douchebag Criminals. So, I guess we'll give it to them then.
All right. Well, the first douchebag criminal we have for you this evening is going to be this lovely gentleman right here, described as a naked lunatic. He rushed cops after he self-inflicted a wound to his penis, hence the red you can see in the blurred section of the first photo.
He stabbed his dick. Let's just put it out there.
Yeah,
Let's just call it blunt. Call it what it is.
Yeah.
Blunt
I
force
know, right?
penising.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So a crazed man was caught on video in a Chicago neighborhood as he rushed at police officers who zapped him with a taser against the advice of at least one eyewitness who implored the cops to open fire. Oh my God, bro, shoot his ass. Shoot that mother effer, the cameraman shouts in the footage posted by LiveLeak. This is a time when you shoot people. Yeah. Oh, what happened? Your internet is acting funny today.
I know.
What's up with that? It just like killed half my page. I'm so sorry. Technical difficulties, guys. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
I lost half my story. Well, basically, the reports say that he had chopped off his penis, but the cops couldn't confirm any sort of mutilation to the post when they were asked. Yeah, so that's some crazy shit. I don't really know that he actually qualifies as a douchebag criminal. I mean, kind of. Like, you inflicted
Self-inflicted penis
penile
damage.
trauma to yourself.
I think anybody who
and
stabs
then
themselves
you
in their privates.
charged at cops completely naked, bleeding out from your penile damage. Yeah, I think you count as a douchebag criminal for that.
I think anybody who causes bodily damage to your man stuff or even female stuff, you know, like I just feel like you're insta crazy. Like there needs to be something. Seriously.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's beyond suicide or a cry for help. Or
I
beyond
personally can't fathom doing something like that. So yeah.
Yeah. So, and who's this lovely looking fella here?
So this guy here is a man that has been sentenced for stabbing his date 119 times after he learned that she was a trans.
Oh, is this and this? Oh,
And there is her picture. So a former Navy sailor has been sentenced to 40 years in prison for the 2016 stabbing death of a transgender woman in Mississippi. Hickerson, 21, pleaded guilty Thursday to murder in the killing of Dee Wigman in a St. Martin hotel room on July 23rd. Hickerson will also have to serve 15 years for a robbery charge. He could have faced the death penalty if he had gone to trial on the original charge of capital murder. So the autopsy results show Wiggum, who was 25, was stabbed 119 times. Many of the wounds were to her face, and her throat was slashed 3 times. The Jackson County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff's Deputy Leo Allen said surveillance video showed Hickerson and Wiggum walking into the Best Western hotel room around 8:30 together, and then Hickerson was seen leaving the room alone about 20-30 minutes later, his shirt around his neck, and before he left the room, he had taken a shower. So he's a New Orleans native and was training at the Kessler Air Force Base to be a weather forecaster before all of this.
what?
Yeah, so he said in court Thursday that he and Wiggum had been chatting online for a few months but never met in person, and they decided to meet while she was in Biloxi with friends. Oh my, what happened? Oh my, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened there. It just did weird things. I just learned a new trick on my iPad inadvertently there. My bad. I lost my page for a second. Basically, he picked her up at the gate of the Kessler, and the two went straight to the hotel where she was staying. He said after they had a form of sex in the hotel, which we're not really sure what that means, she told him that she was transgender woman. He said, I lost it. And didn't really remember much afterwards. So
You lost it.
yeah. So
Like-
her mother said that she basically criticized his punishment. She said, I think a plea is a slap in the face. He gets a chance to see his family, and I don't have that chance with my child.
Right.
And I agree with her.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
absolutely. I mean, there's plenty of time, obviously, for conversation in that form and fashion. There, an infinite text back and forth. There could have been any time for that. But
I get not wanting to tell him.
it's not something that you have. It's not something that you have a face-to-face
you don't
text
chat about it.
conversation.
Yeah, it's something that it's something that has to be done face to face, because
Right.
I can say, knowing people who are trans, you know, my trans friends and I have had many conversations about how they tell people, and it's definitely one of those face to face conversations. You really have to make sure that the person is going to be the right person before you tell them in a lot of situations, because there is a lot of stigma behind it.
There is.
So I understand it.
I think at the end of the day, though, I mean, it's 2017. You need to start being tolerable, start being
Absolutely.
smart about things, and all the stories that we covered tonight, I think cover and talk about the whole idea that, there's more outside of the box than just you. Don't think about you. Don't just think of there's no you without us, or no us without we,
Right.
and I think a lot of people forget about that. With that said, we're getting ready to close the show here. You guys have been hanging out with Antman Verses, hanging out with Siobhan. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with Siobhan. I appreciate you. Like I said, we got a brand new show Thursday. We're going to be talking about that. Who knows? We might be able to get the Admiralty in here before then to talk about some promo, some other stuff like that. Ooh, the sponsor's getting to me. I had some CBD here a little bit ago, so I'm going to get ready to wind down for the rest of the show. So Ryan Woods, I'm going to give a shout out to you, man. DesignsByRaw.com. Check out Raw Designs, my man Ryan over there holding it down, making us look pretty and sexy. Columbus Botanical Depot, my man Joe over there, CBDHempHealth.com. Any questions, CBDHempHealth.com for more information, or Columbus Botanical Depot at Gmail. If you want to give them a call, 614-407-4420. And Phono Nation AP. Shout out to them as well.
Oh, yeah.
And Rocky X TV. Can't wait to see that big guy. He's going to be pretty fun to hang out with.
I want jumper cables.
Jumper cables. So we are out the door, man. Thank you guys so much for doing what you do, and we love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great week, and we will see you guys Thursday for some brand new stuff with some brand new douchebags and a little bit of this, a little bit about that. So have a good night, guys. We'll talk to you real soon. Siobhan, be good.
Never.